Good morning, students. We have completed up till the owner's fund and the sources of raising owner's fund. Now, moving towards the borrowed fund. We know the meaning of borrowed fund. We have already discussed that the fund which is invested from the outsiders in the form of loan or credit, that is the borrowed fund. Means when we borrow the funds, when we borrow the money from the outsiders in the form of loan or credit, that is known as borrowed fund. Okay, so let's see what are the sources of borrowed fund. What are the sources of raising borrowed fund? The very first is trade credit. Trade credit is the source of raising borrowed fund, and it is a type of short term finance. Short term finance, why we said it short term finance? Here it is written, you can see that trade credit refers to an arrangement whereby a manufacturer is granted credit from the supplier of raw materials, inputs, spare parts, etc. The suppliers allow their customers to pay their outstanding balance with a credit period. Generally, the duration of trade credit is 3 to 6 months, and thus it is a short term financing facility. What is trade credit? Means when we purchase, when we buy the raw materials, the trade, the goods, the parts or the inputs to make a product. ध्यान दीजिए, when we buy, when we purchase the raw materials, the resources, the inputs or the goods on credit, that is the trade credit. जब हम उधार पे किसी गुड्स को बनाने के लिए उसके रॉ मटेरियल्स, उसके स्पेयर पार्ट्स या उसके कोई भी इनपुट्स ख़रीदते हैं उधार पे, और ये वादा करते हैं, ये प्रॉमिस करते हैं कि हम उसका पेमेंट बाद में करेंगे, तो क्या होता है, उसको कहते हैं ट्रेड क्रेडिट. जो सप्लायर या जो सेलर क्रेडिट पे ट्रेड करता है, वो एक क्रेडिट पीरियड रखता है. मीन्स कि कितने मंथ्स के अंदर या कितने डेज़ के अंदर आप ये जो क्रेडिट पे ले जा रहे हैं, स्पेयर पार्ट्स या इंस्ट्रूमेंट्स या रॉ मटेरियल्स, उसको कितने दिन में आप चुका देंगे, कितने दिन में उसका आप बैलेंस पेमेंट कर देंगे, उसको बोलते हैं हम क्रेडिट पीरियड. इसको शॉर्ट टर्म फाइनेंस इसलिए बोलते हैं क्योंकि जनरली इसका 3 to 6 मंथ्स के अंदर अंदर उसका रीपेमेंट करना होता है. तो व्हाट इज़ ट्रेड क्रेडिट? व्हेन वी परचेज और बाय द इंस्ट्रूमेंट्स, द रॉ मटेरियल्स, द इनपुट्स, द स्पेयर पार्ट्स to make a good on credit, that is the trade credit. Okay, in this the credit period has been fixed with the conversation, with the mutual understanding between the buyer and the seller. It is a type of short term finance. Why it is short term finance? Because the repayment, the months is 3 to 6 months for the repayment of loan, for the repayment of trade credit. Okay, trade credit is depend upon the three things. Here you can see that the nature of the firm, means what is the type of the firm, what is the nature of the firm, and second is size of the firm, means the firm will be short or long. साइज कैसा है उसकी, शॉर्ट है या बिजनेस हमारा लॉन्ग टर्म में. द थर्ड वन इज स्टेटस और क्रेडिट वर्दीनेस ऑफ द फर्म, मीन्स द गुडविल. व्हाट्स द गुडविल of the business, what's the goodwill of the firm in the market. The trade credit is depend upon these three things: nature of the firm, size of the firm, and status, or we can say goodwill of the firm in the market. Okay, moving towards the merits of trade credit. In the merits of trade credit, here first is readily available. Readily available means easily available. It is easily available to all the buyers, to all the purchasers, to all the manufacturers or the traders. There will be no such or special efforts to take a trade credit. So it is a easily available. Second is flexible. There are no such rigid or strict rules or regulations for the traders or the manufacturers or the buyers. Means filling a form or to give the security or to give the mortgage of our property of the current assets. No such rules, no such regulations, and no such conditions. There are no such conditions to take trade credit. Okay, so it is a flexible. Next is no flotation cost. No flotation cost means before taking trade credit, before taking trade on credit, there will be no flotation cost is there. Flotation cost is that cost which is included before taking the trade on credit. It is the cost which have to pay to the buyer from the side of the buyer to the seller. Means if a buyer wants to take a trade credit from the seller, they have to pay the flotation cost in some reasons, but there is no such flotation cost. Buyer go in the shop and take a trade credit to the seller. Okay, so these are the merits. Next is limitations of trade credit. The limitations of trade credit are: first, increase in prices. Increase in prices means if I am a buyer and I will go to the shop and take a trade credit. For example, I have taken a bunch of tires on trade credit. Okay, at that time the bunch of tires of 6 to 7 pieces, at that time the price was 200, just suppose 200. And if I have at the time of repayment of trade credit, the seller is increased the amount. So what the amount I have to pay? The increased amount. So it is the demerit of trade credit. Means कि buyer या जो परचेज कर रहा है, ट्रेड क्रेडिट जो कर रहा है, वो जिस टाइम सामान लेने गया ट्रेड क्रेडिट पे ट्रेड, तो उसने जिस टाइम पे जो उस टाइम पे जो उसका प्राइस रहा होगा, उसने उस पर ट्रेड क्रेडिट किया, लेकिन बाद में सेलर ने उसका प्राइस इंक्रीज़ कर दिया. अब क्या होगा? जो सेलर जो बायर है उसको जो बढ़ा हुआ अमाउंट है वो उसको पे करना होगा. दिस इज़ द प्रॉब्लम इन ट्रेड क्रेडिट. ओके, तो हेयर इट इज़ सेड दैट supply may increase the price of commodity or raw materials supplied if he is selling goods on credit. If the seller is selling on credit, and in case he will increase the price of a commodity, and or he will increase the price of raw materials, then the buyer have to pay the increased amount of that commodity. Okay, next is legal action. I have told you that at the time of trade credit, at the time of doing trade credit, the buyer have to give the promissory note to the seller. In this note, the buyer have to write that I have to pay that amount in this period or after this time. Means at that time I have to pay this amount to the seller. This is the promissory note which is make by the side of buyer, and it has been given to the seller. So if the buyer will not pay the trade credit amount, then the seller can take the legal action against the buyer, because buyer have issued a promissory note against the amount repayment of amount, and he will not pay. If he will not pay the such amount, then the seller will take legal action against the buyer. Okay, so these are the limitations of trade credit. Next is public deposit. Means first we have discussed the trade credit, the first source of borrowed fund, raising borrowed fund, and the second source of raising borrowed fund is public deposits. Next is public deposits. Public deposit is the next source of raising borrowed fund, and it is a medium term finance. Trade credit is a short term finance, and public deposit is a medium term finance. Why we said it medium term finance, we will discuss it later. First we have to know that what is public deposit. Here it is written that public deposit refers to unsecured deposits invited from the public. A company wishing to invite public deposits places an advertisement in newspapers. Any member of the public can fill up the prescribed form and deposit money with the company. Here it is said that public deposit is a unsecured loan, unsecured deposits from the public. जैसे कि नाम से आपको पता चल रहा है पब्लिक डिपॉजिट मीन्स डिपॉजिट कौन करेगा, पब्लिक. इसको हम अनसिक्योर्ड डिपॉजिट क्यों कह रहे हैं? इट इज़ अ डिपॉजिट, unsecured deposit from the public, and their amount will be deposited in the company. Company will issue the advertisement, company will issue the prospectus to advertisement for this public deposit, and company will also give advertisement in newspaper for this public deposit, and those who want to deposit their money, their amount in the company, then they can fill the form and easily deposit their money in the company. Okay, why we said unsecured deposit? Okay, let's see. Public deposit is an unsecured deposit because in this deposit company will not given any mortgage, any security to the public. भाई इतने पब्लिक में लोग हैं वो आकर अपना डिपॉजिट, अपना अमाउंट कंपनी में इन्वेस्ट कर रहे हैं, डिपॉजिट कर रहे हैं, और पब्लिक कंपनी ने न्यूज़पेपर्स में एडवर्टाइजमेंट्स या मीडिया, अलग अलग सोशल मीडिया पे उन्होंने एडवर्टाइजमेंट किए. अब उस पब्लिक में जो भी इंटरेस्टेड होगा वो फॉर्म फिलअप करेगा और अपने मनी को डिपॉजिट करेगा इन द कंपनी. लेकिन कंपनी इसके अगेंस्ट कोई भी मॉर्गेज या कोई भी सिक्योरिटी नहीं देती. सो दैट्स द रीज़न पब्लिक डिपॉजिट इज़ known as unsecured deposits, because company will not given any mortgage, any security to the public for their deposits in the company. Okay, moving towards the features or the characteristics of public deposits. First is unsecured. Here we have already discussed why it is unsecured, because company will not give any mortgage, any security to the public for the deposits in the company. Okay, next is finance of working capital. Finance of working capital means कि the amount which is deposited by the public in the company has been used in the finance of working capital. That amount, that public deposit has been used by the company in working capital, day-to-day requirement, or purchasing the raw materials, purchasing the resources required in the making of goods, or the inputs. Okay, so the public deposit money has been used by the company in the working capital. Working capital means day to day needs, purchasing of inputs, purchasing of raw materials, purchasing of resources which is used by for the making of goods. Okay, next is time period. We have already know that the public deposit is a medium term finance. So medium term finance, the time period of public deposit is 6 months to 3 years. Means between 6 months to 3 years the company have to pay, the company have to repay the public deposit amount to the public. Okay, so between 6 months to 3 years company have to pay to the public, repayment of amount to the public. This is the time period of public deposit. Next is simple procedure to raise. In public deposit it is very simple to raise this public deposit amount. Only the company will give their advertisement of public deposit in newspapers or any other media, and those who have interested in public deposit, then they can come and fill the form and deposit their money in the company. So there will be no such rules and regulations, terms and conditions to deposit the amount in public deposit. So this procedure will be simple in public deposit. Next is repayment. Here it is written, the company which has public deposits is required to set aside 10% of the deposits maturing by the end of the year. The amount to set aside can be used for repaying public deposit. Repayment means कि the company who have taken the public deposits, the company who have taken the money of the public in the form of public deposit, they have to take aside of that amount 10%. Means the company who have taken the money of the public, they have to take aside the 10% of that amount. Why? In case the company will not in the such position to earn a profit, then this 10% amount will be used for the repayment of public deposit. बात समझ में आ रही है कि पब्लिक डिपॉजिट में जो भी कंपनी डील कर रही है वो क्या करेगी, पब्लिक डिपॉजिट से जितनी भी अमाउंट आए हैं उसका वो 10% एक साइड कर देगी, और ईयर के एंड में फिर वो वही 10% का जो भी अमाउंट बनता है हमारा, उसको पब्लिक डिपॉजिट को ही रीपे करने में यूज़ करेगी. तो ये रूल होता है कि दोज कंपनी हु हैव टेकन द अमाउंट ऑफ पब्लिक, they have to take aside the 10% of that public deposit at the end of the year. That 10% of the profit will 10% of the public deposit will use for the repayment of public deposit. Okay, let's see the merits or the advantages of public deposits. First is simple procedure. I have already told you the procedure of the public deposit is very simple. No such rules, no such regulations, no terms and conditions. So the procedure is very simple. Next is economical. Economical means the cost is very less. To advertise for the public deposit, the company will not have to pay such more amount for the advertisement. They only have to give the advertisement in the newspaper and or any magazines or any media for the public deposit, and public, those who have to interested, then they have to come to the public and fill the form. So the cost is very less for the advertisement. That's why we called it as economical. Next is no security. I have already told you that it is an unsecured. Public deposit is an unsecured deposit. Why? Because company will not give any security, any mortgage to the public for their deposits. So no security will be provided to the public. Reduction in tax liability. Reduction in tax liability says that कि the interest which the company paid to the public deposit, that the amount has been deducted from the total income of the company. So what's the profit for the company? The profit is that when the when the interest amount will be deducted in the total income of the company, then the total income of the company will be reduced. If the total income of the company will be reduced, then the lesser amount will be the tax amount. Higher the income, higher the tax. Lower the income, lower the tax. If the interest paid on public deposit will be the interest amount will be deducted in the from the income of the public, then the uh, income of the company will be reduced. So the income of the company will be reduced, so the taxed amount will also be reduced. Higher the amount of income, higher the amount will be tax. तो अगर पब्लिक डिपॉजिट का इंटरेस्ट हमारी कंपनी की टोटल इनकम से रिड्यूस हो जाता है, तो हमारी कंपनी की इनकम अब कम हो गई है. जब कम हो गई तो टैक्स भी कम पे करना होगा. ये फ़ायदा होता है कंपनी को. नेक्स्ट इज़ फ्लेक्सिबिलिटी. फ्लेक्सिबिलिटी मीन्स पब्लिक डिपॉजिट का अमाउंट बचे ना बचे. बोरोड फंड का ये क्योंकि टाइप है, क्योंकि ये सोर्स है, तो पब्लिक डिपॉजिट के जितने भी पब्लिक मेंबर्स हैं जिन्होंने डिपॉजिट किया अपना अमाउंट कंपनी में, उनको तो मिलेगा ही मिलेगा. सो इट इज़ फ्लेक्सिबल. चेंजेस आ सकते हैं, चेंजेस इसमें हम कर सकते हैं. नेक्स्ट इज़ नो डाइल्यूशन ऑफ कंट्रोल. मीन्स द पब्लिक, द person who are deposited in the company in the form of public deposit, they have no voting rights, they have no control in the firm or in the business. So public deposit have no voting rights, have no control in the business or in the firm. Moving towards the demerits or the disadvantages of public deposits, let's see. Limited amount means, the first is limited amount in the demerit side. Limited amount means कि it is the legal restriction, it is the restriction by the government that no company will raise their amount, no company will raise their finance in the form of public deposit exceed 25% of share capital and free reserves. Means कि no company will exceed the 25% of the share capital in the form of public deposit. So the amount which is included in the public deposit will not exceed 25%. So the amount of fund can be raised by way of public deposit is limited. Limited amount will be deposited because the company have legal restriction that they cannot exceed 25%. Okay, so it is the demerit. Next is uncertainty. Means at the time of loss or at the time of insolvency, when the company will insolvent or company will not is not stable to pay the public deposit amount, then the amount of the public will sink. इन केस कंपनी अगर स्टेबल नहीं है, इंसॉल्वेंट हो गई है, तो वो आपको पे नहीं कर पाएगी. ऐसे में क्या होगा, पैसा डूब जाएगा. तो ये होती है अनसर्टेनिटीज. नेक्स्ट इज suitable for short term finance. We have already discussed that the public deposit will only suitable for short term finance. It is a type of short term finance. Means you have to repay the amount within the between the 6 years, between the 6 years and 3 years, 6 months, from 6 months to 3 years. So it is a type of short term finance. Means company have to pay between the from the 6 months to 3 years anyhow. Next is hindrance to growth of capital market. Hindrance to growth of capital market says that the public, means if we all are a public, है ना, तो we all are a citizen, so why we invest our money in that company which have only get loss. We want to invest our money in that company which have earn profit. So the goodwill, the reputation of a company in the market is very important for the public deposit. The public can only invest their money in the company which have earned more and more profit. Okay, so it is the demerit. Next is not suitable for new concerns, means new companies, new firms or new concerns, they don't have much more goodwill, they don't have much more high reputation in the market. They are new in the market, and most of the public have not seen, have not concerned, have not get information about the new concerns. Why they have invested their money in that new concerns? So it is not suitable for new companies or new business. The business which is just started, the public will not invest their amount in that new concerns. Next and the last one is suitable for conservative investors only. Suitable for conservative investors means that person or that investor who are very cautious and conservative mind, they can only invest their money in public deposit, because they know that the public deposit is a unsecured deposit. So only conservative investors can only deposit their money in public deposit, means it is suitable for conservative investors only. Okay, so these are the public deposit merits, demerits. Okay, read it once, and if you found any doubt or any problem, then ask to me, I will solve it surely. And in next lecture, in next class, we will discuss about the debentures or bonds. It is very important because it is a long term source of finance, source of raising borrowed fund. Okay, it's very important, so we will discuss it later.